So on to this next one. I know this is technically a movie channel, but we do like to talk about games as well sometimes, guys, because it kind of ties into the whole pop culture entertainment sphere, if you like. I'm gonna try and move my camera that way a little bit. There we go. Yep, that's better. So yeah, this was super exciting. This caught me off guard massively the other day. So leaked online trailer reveals Sony's scrapped multiplayer game Spider-Man The Great Web. Obviously, we all know about the Spider-Man franchise on the PlayStation, Spider-Man 1, and then we have Miles Morales, and then we had Spider-Man 2, which recently released. Those games are universally loved. Everything, the graphics, the gameplay, the cutscenes, are just absolute masterpieces of the franchise. And it looks like they were going to be building a multiplayer game, but for whatever reason, the project didn't come to fruition. So, following a major leak last year revealing insights into Insomniac games, yeah, obviously you remember that Wolverine game got leaked? That was massive. All the footage of Wolverine got leaked online. That was just insane. A trailer for Spider-Man The Great Web has surfaced online via GameFragger.com. This sneak peek offers a glimpse into the abandoned multiplayer spin-off. Up to 5 players were poised to explore New York City together, engaging in battles against both thugs and notorious Sinister Six, while executing impressive team-up maneuvers. So yeah, that would be really, really fun. Imagine playing like Spider-Man, but you have a team of 4 or 5 of you, and you're kind of all dressed in different Spider-Man costumes, and you kind of explore New York City together, you know, fighting villains and criminals, just teaming up, and you can kind of tag each other and do these kind of team-up maneuvers, almost like a WWE sort of tag team. That would be super fun. But in reality, when you have a bunch of players from around the world and you try and put them into a multiplayer game, they're not going to play against each other. They're going to sort of go off and do their own things. People are going to spoil it for other people. So having a team-up multiplayer game doesn't always work the way you would expect it to. I mean, look at Helldivers, the way that people drop bombs on each other and kill each other with weapons and stuff. It's just crazy. So playable characters were set to include Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, Silk, Ben Reilly, and Miles Morales, with various costume designs featured for each. Additionally, a confrontation with Venom is teased, leaving fans curious about this whole rather adversary or ally in the game. Yeah, so that would have been cool as well, a confrontation with Venom. So you have yourself and you have a few other players, you team up, you find Venom out there in the world, and you know, you might be able to play as Venom or you take on Venom. But like I say, when you get a bunch of players and you try to team them together to do a bigger threat, it doesn't always work because people don't like to play together as a team, which is unfortunate. So while the trailer appears to be a concept rather than a final release, so the blend of cinematic and gameplay footage provides a clearer picture of what Spider-Man The Great Web could have offered. Notably, Yuri Lowenthal, the voice behind Peter Parker, lends his talents to the trailer's voiceover, offering an insight into the game's potential narrative and atmosphere. So guys, I won't bother reading this kind of voiceover piece here, this description, because it's in the trailer itself. Towards the end of the video, we're going to be checking out the full clip of the trailer with the audio on top, which reads out what it says here. So it's better to hear it from the actual trailer rather than me trying to read it out myself. But anyway, let's continue. The cancellation reasons behind Spider-Man The Great Web remain a mystery. However, speculation suggests that Insomniac Games may have redirected their focus towards Spider-Man 2, along with plans for DLC, a rumored Venom spin-off, and the anticipated Spider-Man 3, rumored to be a 2-part installment. Yeah, so a Venom game is coming. I know a lot of people are going to be really, really excited about playing a Venom standalone game. Obviously, there was parts of Spider-Man 2 where you could play as Venom, and I think fans will buy it up like hotcakes. Venom is more popular than he's ever been. Obviously, we have Venom 3 with Tom Hardy coming out as well soon. So Venom is very much in the zeitgeist when it comes to pop culture. So, where are we? The prospect of never experiencing this multiplayer title firsthand is disheartening, especially knowing that playable build featuring characters like Spider-Gwen and Silk exist out there. Yeah, I mean, getting to play as these iconic different versions of Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man 99 and Silk and Spider-Gwen, and you know, it would have been so cool to be able to team up as these different spider people and kind of fight crime together. But like I say, the fact when you get players together and you try to do a common goal where they're fighting together, people are just going to go off in their own directions. People are not going to want to play ball. They're not going to be they're not going to want to be part of a team. And maybe that's where the project went wrong. Maybe it became more hassle than it was worth. and they figured, you know, let's put our time into a Venom game and Spider-Man 3. That's where the money is, so let's keep our attention on that. It seems likely that Gwen Stacy's involvement in the multiversal team-up had been put on hold. So Insomniac Games narrative director Ben Affman discussed plans for Silk last year when he said, Cindy's always been a really compelling character in the comics who, similar to Spider-Man's Martin Lee, hasn't really gotten a ton of exposure outside the immediate fan base. There's something really exciting about taking a character who we love, who's not everybody's had a chance to meet, and exposing her to a wider audience. So yeah, Silk as well is supposed to be getting a series on Amazon, I believe. I did make a video about that last month, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. I think it's in sort of a development limbo at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. Also, there's supposed to be a Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage, and yeah, that's going to be interesting to see where they go with that. But yeah, so we have the actual trailer down here, guys. So guys, with all that down, let's play the full-length trailer with the audio over the top, so we can get a full idea of what this game could have been. And let's just jump straight into it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
New York City. Nothing in the whole world I wouldn't do for this big, beautiful apple. One moment, you're scarfing down a slice from Vinny's. The next, you're stopping a supervillain prison break. Sometimes you can swing it as a lone wolf, but you're way better off with some friends.
I got a fool that tells me what to do. Sometimes I feel so nice. I wanna try myself a few. I got soul, and I'm super bad.
I've seen the Sinister Six before. Never so methodical, so savage. I don't think I'm gonna be enough this time, guys. But together, it just might be. You in?
I'm super bad.
Really shame that this isn't coming out, because I think a lot of people would have loved this. An online Spider-Man game sounds really wicked. But yeah guys, so that's kind of where we are with that. Leaked online trailer reveals scrapped multiplayer game Spider-Man The Great Web. So look into that more, guys. If you are interested in learning a bit more about that, just go on Google and search it up, because it's very interesting as to what's going on with that project. It's been scrapped, and I don't think it will ever see the light of day.